Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tinatalks show. It's me, your host, Adamwachiku. Thank you so much. If this is your first time of coming to this channel, I want to say it's a pleasure having you come to join Tinatalks show. If you are a continuous guest, if you've been coming here, I mean, what can I say? Without you, I cannot do this. Okay. And maybe you just passing by for the first time. I want to say you are welcome. Okay. This channel is a channel that I've dedicated for you. Yes, that I just passed by. I am saying, come and share those your amazing story. What is that thing that life has taught you? What is that experience that you have gained through the process of time in life? That is what I'm asking you to come and share with us here on Tinatalks show. You see, as much as Oprah Winfrey, she's done a bit, every little helps. This is a little platform that I've put together just so people like you and I, before we get there, you know what I'm saying? So we can have an opportunity to come and share our amazing story. You see, I personally do believe that behind anything that we are doing, the beauty of it is the story behind it. So that's why I encourage you to come and share it, because that is what we inspire, encourage the next person. You may think sharing money, all those material things is what we need to share to somebody to inspire people to grow. No, all these things will perish one day. But what will not perish is the gift of experience, gift of knowledge, gift of your ideas that you have shared to somebody. That is what is going to make them to go out there and be inspired and also fulfill their purpose. Today, I'll be interviewing. I have an opportunity. It's a privilege actually to have an opportunity to speak with an amazing man. Like I said, sometimes great people, are not just known by people that you see by what they do, but by the story behind what they do. And this is why my guest all the way from Germany is going to be sharing how did he come about what you know him to be today? What is the secret? What journey has he been through? He will be sharing his amazing story. But before that, let me just, let's take a break, okay? Yes, audience, welcome back to Tinatalks show. Yes, so like I said, I have a wonderful guest all the way from Germany. He will be sharing. His name is C.K. Wooden. C.K. Wooden, also known as AKA the man with the wooden legs. So he's going to tell us how did it all happen. These wooden legs, I'm sure, like you myself, you've seen it in his caption, also known as CK Wooden, with the man with the wooden leg. So we're going to find out today, how did all that come about? I cannot wait for this. So now let us see if he's already in the studio so we can bring him up. All right. Now, there's something I always do. I would like to give you a glimpse of who is coming on the show. So let me just show you, just a little hint as always. Okay, so you see who is coming.
It's a Steiner on the beat.
Enu we gosi gonimo, mama. Enu wakuzigoro numife umi bele obugaria wakaneti obugaria wakanebe obugaria wakaneti.
Audience, the title of this particular song, is called Living My Life. So without much of ado, let us bring our amazing guest on the show. Hopefully he's in the studio already. So let us bring him up. Okay. Hello, CK Wooden. How are you?
I'm
Okay.
beautiful. The ambassador. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
Yeah, we are beautiful here, in Germany, and I hope you guys are beautiful out there in London as well.
Yeah, the weather is amazing here today, especially. But you know how London weather, UK weather
Yeah,
is. It's like it fluctuates. Now it's cold, the next minute it's warm. But right
yeah.
now, it is beautiful. So now, before anything, I want to, say to you because that I know you are a very busy man out there doing your stuff,
hmm
but creating this time to come and be with us on Tina Talk Show to come and share your amazing story. I want to say
hmm
we are not taking it for granted. So thank you so much for creating this time. You are welcome.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity, the privilege to be here. And first of all, I want to. I'm not like taking over your show, but I
No,
always like to do it to
it's
my
okay.
fans.
It's your
I,
show.
I I want to first of all apologize to all our fans who have been
Yeah.
waiting for us to come in. It was just the system. Sometimes the technical problem, stuff like that, and sometimes you know what it is. So we want to say we are very sorry on behalf of the ambassador Tina Talk Show. I want to say we are sorry for keeping you waiting. We love you from the bottom of our heart.
We do. We
Let's
really
go.
do. We really do. So
Let's go there.
yes, we apologize, technical issues, but we are here now. Okay.
Yeah.
So CK Wooden, are you also known as CK Wooden, the wooden leg?
Yeah,
So
actually,
But before this,
actually,
but before this, we'd like to know where, tell us again your name, where you're from. I know that CK probably I don't know if it's abbreviation or whatever, but I would like
definitely.
you to, we want the guests, we want your fans to know
Yeah.
you, to know who is CK. Like, has it got a
Exactly.
different name? So we want to know who is CK. Tell us, introduce yourself.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful people, lovely people. My former name is Boy Shikasi Mr. Wooden Legs, and today I am known as CK Wooden. Boy Shikasi Mr. Wooden Legs was the name I used when I was coming up musically in this industry. And when I moved to this part of the world, I started growing and becoming older, and I felt I'm no more a boy. Then I
Where
should try to
where are
create
you
something to
from
be able to,
originally? Where are you
uh,
from?
yeah, I'm coming to that. So
Okay.
I try to create something different by cutting it and nailing it to be CK Wooden. I am
I like that. I like that cutting it and nailing it. I love that.
I'm actually from Anambra here, like in Anambra State, Nigeria. As
Okay.
a second son of two cultured parents
Okay.
from Ndizike here, like So that's who I am, and I'm a secular music performing artist, to be Afrobeat to be precise, and
Okay.
also civil worker and children right activist.
Okay. Okay. That's quite interesting. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for that brief introduction. Now,
yeah.
do you have, I'm sure people want to know, do you have brothers, sisters, like, with you, or you just, by yourself? Do you have brothers, sisters, mom and dad? Are they still here with
Yes,
us?
Yes, of course. I have brothers, sisters, cousins, extended, and all around. But I have brothers and sisters from the same father and the same mother, and
Mm.
they are out there in Nigeria. Uh, some are in United States, and that is it.
That's it. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah,
So now we're going to focus today on your music career,
yeah,
how it all began for you. Like, when did you first discovered? I know I had a privilege the last time to speak with you before today, and you shared an amazing part of you that I would love the audience to have a chance to get to know about CK Wooden. Now, you there was something you said about, you said your dad was also a singer. Your
yes.
father.
Okay. Yeah, depending on do you want me to answer now or
Yeah,
how?
yeah, 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 yeah. I would like to know. Yeah, like, yeah, go on.
Yeah, he was a traditional uh, music um, star. Anyway, I can't call it star because
Legend, the
at
star.
a legend because at their time, it's not like this digital time. Their time
I
is more
know.
of a cultural thing. You get the point.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so to go to your question, I started the music career when I was growing up, looking at my father, looking at
Mm,
his movements, looking at his attitude, looking at my grandfather, looking at his movement, looking at his attitude, and looking at the Igbo culture, African culture, looking at the beauty of it.
mm.
Then, when I was growing, I felt it wasn't me, but when you are young, you can decide what you want to do at that
Yeah.
particular time. you
Mm,
you you must be obligated to go back to school or to do one or two things that is very important for life.
mm.
But music was what I saw my father.
Doing.
He loved music so much, and I now metamorphose into what they call the children cultural group, kind of. In our
Mm.
language, we call it otakere. Otakere, we call it otakere. This
Okay.
otakere is a cultural group where the youths come together,
Mm,
form it. Different youths will form theirs. We form ours in our village. So every Christmas or every festival period, we now gather our masquerade and start
mm,
going from one house to another to perform to make money. Get the point?
mm.
And
Yeah.
I'm always the leader because I'm always very motivative, very inspirational, and I like to move the front. I want to move the squad at the front. You get the point? So
Yeah.
that was how it started. So as I was growing up, I didn't have the opportunity of being in the east where or
Mm,
south where the entertainment industry is more recognized. Then I
yeah.
was moved from the east to the north because after the Biafran War, I was born after Biafran War anyway. I was born after Biafran War, so I didn't witness Biafran War, but I witnessed the difficulties of
Difficult.
Biafran War, and yeah, that our parents were
The,
passing through,
the,
and I
the
was
like
born
aftermath. The aftermath. Yeah.
exactly, exactly, and I was born at this particular difficult time. You get the
Mm,
point. So, um, after the war, I think they decided our parents, all Igbos. Let me use the Igbos. I'm not trying to be
mm.
tribalistic here, but it is a reality.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a reality.
It's
So
your
the
story.
Igbo,
It's your story. Yeah.
yeah, the Igbos were finding it very difficult to survive. So
Mm,
I happen to have a godfather who is a professor who was living in the north before the war. So when he came back after the war, he now decided to move back because he was a teacher. He was a professor in a school, sorry. So he have to move back to Kano State then. So um, my parents now appealed to him. He was my godfather. Appealed to him to take me along. I was very small. I think I was about 4 years or so then. So they took me along with the family to the north. So from the north, that was where I started my primary school, you know, started growing from there. And there is a different system entirely in Nigeria. The northern part of Nigeria is a different system entirely to compare with the southern part of Nigeria. You get the point?
Wow.
So, and the education there then was, I'm talking about late 70s, 80s. You get it? Late 70s to 80s. Education there then was free of charge. Everything goes for free. You get the point. While in the south, everything you have to pay school fees, you have to. And so my parents saw this ideology and said, okay, and I begged my professor to take me along with him to the north. And that was where I started. I finished up my elementary 6. At that particular point, in the north they do elementary 7, and in the east they do elementary 6. So when I finished my elementary 6, they were trying to convert me from one religion to another, which is not what I want.
Yeah.
And the trap was there. Even my stepbrother was converted. The trap was there. I have to run away. So I now asked my professor that if he doesn't take me back to the south, I called my mom and said, if they didn't bring me back, if I die in the north, my blood is in their head. So my father have to buckle up to bring me back to the north, to the south. So I took my common entrance. I now jumped elementary 7 and joined elementary 6 to take a common entrance in the south. Took my common entrance and joined and entered secondary school. So at this period, from 2000 and from 1980, 84, 85, 84, 85, I started seeing Michael Jackson coming out with Off the Wall, seeing Musical Youth and Felix Liberty, a lot of young people, stars, Chris Okotie, coming up with beautiful songs, Jidobi and all these guys. So these are things I love doing. I love them, I love them, but I didn't have the opportunity to go into them. You get the point. So you had an opportunity of going into secondary school. From secondary school was where I now expanded the ideology, running from the school to the dormitory where the musicians are and trying to see if I can learn music. This is how all it started.
Wow. Amazing. I can see you definitely had a journey, with all this. How was it for you growing up? Did you not finally go to the east, or did they take you to the east, or you continued there?
Yeah, when I was complaining about the system that I saw, because actually if I was in the north, if I was converted, I would have been a soldier. Honestly, I would have been a soldier today. But luckily for me, my parents called for me back to the south. So I went back to the east. I said, I finished. I now took my common entrance, went into secondary school, finished my secondary school, and joined Poly for ND National Diploma. I couldn't finish up. I left it, moved to Lagos. So that was it. It was step by step. So it wasn't like I was in the north, but I was in the east to be able to grab the atmosphere of the system that have to do with the Western lifestyle. You get the point? Musically and stuff like that.
Yeah. How were you all this time that you were going through this thing you are going through? Like,
honestly, like I told you, I was pushed at the time of my tender age. So that was why, you see, I've been an independent soldier at the point, right from 5 years old. I've been a Lone Ranger right from 5 years old. I won't tell you that I went through the storm. I suffered so much. Not only me, every Igbo people, every Igbo person at this particular period, even up to today, we are not finding it funny. You get the point. So you can imagine a young boy of 5 years, moving out of a place because of situation. And you can imagine what I went through in the north. I don't want to discuss it on social media, but it was hectic. It wasn't funny.
It wasn't a funny situation.
No, we don't need, I'm someone that doesn't like to paint issues. I don't paint issues. I say issues the way they are. It wasn't funny. And I knew my parents, what they were passing through, being left with 20 pounds at then, and the suffering they went through and all the hustles. So I
Mm.
knew I knew all this. So I don't want to like go back to that to discuss them. But
Yeah, yeah,
I knew that
definitely
I knew I
understand.
knew that I knew that God created me so strong, and I have this attitude of wisdom and attitude of positivity. You get the point. I'm somebody who is always going for what I want, and I must get the result before I quit from it. You get the point. So
Wow, wow.
I put my energy that I need to help my parents. I need to be somebody in life. So after
I
the
love that.
school, yeah, after the school, then when I came back to the east, finished my elementary, my elementary school, my secondary school, sorry, then I felt that for the love I have for music, I have to move into it. But that wasn't actually what I was doing then. When I could not be able
Mm,
to proceed with my university at Poly, when I could not be able to proceed my school because of
mm.
my parental background, financial background, then I now moved to Lagos
Yeah,
to
wow,
to to hustle on how to lift myself up independently.
wow,
So
wow.
I was like doing it in Lagos, which I don't want to go in details. So
Mm,
from there was when already I have this music in my head because I was in Onisha,
yeah.
going to Oka. There was this at Taban. Then at that particular period, we have Taban's Records in the east, Rogers All
Mm,
Stars in the east. They are the recording company that were controlling the east. And then we have people like Felix Liberty, Chrisimba, Orisuwiliki, Jidobi, and most of them in the east. And in Lagos, then we have Maja Facek and Raskimon all moved to Lagos. They were in Lagos
wow.
because Tabas has two branches. It has in Lagos, it has in Onitsha. So at that particular period, there was a
Mm,
place called Ken Village at Oka, where the Tabansi built for musicians. It's not more like today where musicians, everybody is running cat and rat and stuff like that. Then musicians live together. You get the point.
yeah,
And
okay.
yeah, music we are coming out. Like I give you an example of Michael Jackson was an inspirator, he inspired me so much. You see, a young boy, you see his love for what he's doing and stuff like then musical youth, then Christian Bach came with Baby Don't Cry, Orisuliki came out, Felix Silberto was on Love Boy thing. It was like, man, music was
Wow,
musicians were celebrities, they were models then. And I
wow,
love the message they were passing because their message was the message of love, was the message that brings people together, unity, message that cheers love and cheers, on understanding. Message that even can can make you forget about the stress and the situation you were passing through. So I felt
yeah.
I want to
Which is
join.
what music is all about. Yeah. Mm,
Exactly. So I felt I want to be part of this. So I joined them in the studio in Oka, where they are, staying with them, helping them. Felix Liberty. Felix Liberty is my godfather today. He's there. If he's watching, respect to you, bro. Yeah, working with them, helping them. Christian Bar,
mm.
Wiliki was helping at the studio as engineer. Then it was a lot of them. Then
Yeah,
fella, what's it called the name? Fela Day of the Blessed Memory, Sonny Koro, so many of musicians of then, you get the point. So
yeah.
we all together. And I was
Wow,
just serving. I was just serving. Sometimes we go to Bini to play, sometimes we go to the all different part of the east to perform and stuff like that. And I always try to follow them, help them, and try to serve, in the
wow.
industry. Now, before I moved to Lagos, and in Lagos was where I was contracted by Tabans Records to be able to release my first single in 1993.
Wow, wow. That I mean, like, there's so much journey, there's so much chapters, in your
Yeah,
life so far, obviously. Like, you know, like you said, there's so much that you can't even begin to talk about now because one is going to take a lot of time. Two,
exactly,
so you try to concise them, bring them together. Now,
exactly.
another thing I want to also learn from you or understand is the connection between music and football. because I can see that, I went through your social media platforms and audience before the end of this show. We're going to tell you where you can find CK Wooding on all these social media handles, where you can go and watch what we'll be talking about right now. Now, I saw the connection between football and music, and most of your in the past, you've connected your music with football. You sang a lot about football. So were you a footballer? Anyway, it's a clear question because I've seen it. But then tell us about your football life.
Yeah, actually, thank you so much for that question. Actually, I
You know,
wasn't a footballer. I wasn't a footballer. But
okay.
if I knew that football would be the best kingdom today in terms of entertainment, I would have concentrated in football than music. You get the point.
Wow.
But I wasn't
Wow.
a footballer then. What happened was, like I told you, I went through a lot of, houses. Not only me, all the
Mm.
people born at that particular time
Yeah.
went through the same. And you get the point. So, it was like everybody. When I moved to Lagos, everybody was singing about love, appetite, political, and all sort of kind of songs that have to do with politics and stuff like that. Then was dictatorship time. There's nothing like social media, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything was analog. So that's why you can hear so many of them, Major Fajr singing uh, Mandela, freedom of Mandela, Felix Liberty singing freedom of Mandela, so many of them singing, and everybody was fighting for apartheid. So everybody was fighting for democracy, kind of. Though we don't know what is called
Mm.
democracy then. You get the point. So
Yeah.
I looked into it because my first single was a secular music. I Love You Mother. I dedicated that to my mom. I Love You Mother for every effort she did. And in that single, I have another single, Onyoma, and that Onyoma was
Yeah.
what attracted Tabanti to sign me my first recording contract in 1993. You get the point.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Tabansi, yeah. Then Felix Liberty was leaving Tabansi to be a solo artist. To go on his own label. So Tabansi now brought me close to replace me with Felix Liberty. So he released my first single, Onyoma. Then record music is being done in records, not in CD
Yeah.
or in
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
in the
record and
cassette.
cassette.
Yeah.
So that was 1993. So Onyoma was a very successful song, and but after the Abiola Babangida problem, that year 93, 94, everybody everywhere scattered, and we still came back again. So when we came back again, Tabansi could not be able to meet up with our contract in terms of payment, though he gave me at least that song as of then bought me a Honda Prelude as of 1993 by Tabansi Records. So
Mm.
now, yeah, that was it. That was how music is. Musicians are models. If you want a musician to prosper, you need to package a musician. A musician should be a model, not a hustler. You get the point,
Yeah.
So Tabansi now bought that Honda Prelude to differentiate me from the street, from jumping from one bus to another. So I was using a beautiful Honda Prelude then. So then, apart from that, I was into business. I have about two supermarkets, two shops in Lagos, in Yaba
Mm.
Market. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was very, very popular as a young boy in Yaba. Nobody in Yaba that doesn't know who is Boy Chikasi Mr. Wooden Legs. As long as Teju Market is concerned, I have about two shops there, a barbing salon, I have a boutique there. So I was doing
Wow.
this and I was doing my music. So after the Abiola thing, then we started having issues with Tabansi. And another recording company this man now is from my hometown, from Okija, the son of Little Johnny. So he now saw my interview on Sunday Rendezvous on NTH Channel 10. So he saw my
Mm.
interview. I think with Patrick Doy on Friday Night Live. Either Patrick Doy on Friday Night Live or Sunday Rendezvous. I've forgotten one of the interviews. So they saw it and they invited me for a talk. So we talked and they signed me on in 1995. 1.7 million naira contract. Then,
at the time, at that time.
Yeah, at that time. Yeah, at that time. Then my manager was Kunle Onime. He owns Star FM in Lagos right now. Kunle Onime of Summit Venture, So, and as of 93, my management was Amel Adepolo from Benin. I think he's a counselor now or something. These are big boys. After Amel Adepolo, Godwin Egbe, Pedro Beseki. These are then. So
Yeah.
so now when they signed me on, that contract was booming, and all the journalists were carrying it up. Was in all newspapers, and I now released an AP, an album for them. So after releasing that album, How You Day, that was where I have a song titled Mr. Wooden Legs. Mr. Wooden Legs, Mr. Wooden Legs is coming. I released that song with them, a full album. Then it's always High Life, Makosa. Then Zaire Music was with the in thing, all this Otisma Bele. These are the in things then, So everybody was like either playing reggae or playing Makosa or
Makosa.
yeah.
Can
So,
you tell us? I mean thank you so much for letting us in, letting us into your world. A young man trying to fend for himself, didn't want to wait for the parents. Considering what was
exactly.
going on in the country, you took the bull by the horn, and you
Exactly.
what, at that young age you become popular in the great things that you were doing. There's something that I want to understand, and I guess that my audience too, they want to understand, is the wooden leg. How come? What is the story behind the wooden leg? Because maybe you have prosthetic leg.
I will connect you with the food. I will connect you with the new football, and I'll connect you now. First, I'll answer the wooden leg. Wooden leg started, at our time. In the late 80s, 90s. And this time I'm talking about, I'm very young, I will be about 12, 13, 14 years old. Wow. I'm talking about, like I told you, I became independent at the age of 5 years. Yeah. So now at this particular period, we normally do what they call talent shows. It's not more like today, everybody is a superstar. Everybody, you do a demo music, a demo cassette, you are a superstar. Even on professional recording, you are a musician. No, at that period, before you become a musician, you must go through voice grooming. You must go through a lot of training. You must do talent shows. You get the point?
Exactly.
I do talent shows. Like I told you then, my manager was Mela Depolo and Godwin Egbe. They invited me. They were carrying me around. So I played in, I think in His House or Limit. I did the talent shows in a nightclub. After doing the shows, Godwin Egbe and Melo told me that there is a competition coming up with Epoma and Uniben at Kid Fellow nightclub in Benin. And I think the old school guys will know where I'm talking about now. If Pedro Beseki is watching from London, I think he should know this program. Maybe he's there. So the Kid Fellow nightclub was organizing a program with Ekpoma and Uniben, I think beauty contest. So they billed me to perform on that show. My manager worked for it, and they billed me to perform. Wow. Then I was living in Lagos. So as I came, I performed. So along the line, when I was performing, the stage was built with wood. You get the point? Wow. The stage was built with wood. So I'm very, very energetic. When you're doing a talent shows, you want to sell. Then I've not even released the single. You want to sell. So I was like energetically performing so strong and trying to entice all the ladies and all the men everybody was like, now wooden leg. Before you know it, I broke the stage with my leg. So I broke the wooden stage with my leg, and my leg now sits inside the wood inside the stage that my leg got broken. Then it was just funny, and I recovered myself and finished up the show. Then the next show they invited me up again. As I was coming to Benin again to perform, I saw a banner, Uniben. They wrote there, Boy Chikasin, Mr. Wooden Legs, live in Benin. So I was like,
are you
this was,
serious?
yeah. So this name was given to me by Mela Depolo and Godwin Egbe. I won't tell you lies because I broke a stage at night at Kid Fellow nightclub. That was it.
Wow, wow. Amazing. Yeah. Our audience, now you know where the name come from and how how the name came about. Okay, it came from
You know what? You know what? Sorry for cutting you. You know what?
no, it's okay.
They said, oh, Boshikasin, this name is going to be an attractive name for concerts. Anywhere you put this name, people want to come and see a man with wooden legs that want to perform. And it happens when I perform in London. So many people, I remember, so many people were coming to me backstage to ask me, we are here because we know we had your Mr. Wooden Legs. It was very funny. They want to see the man with wooden legs. So when they saw me with a flesh leg, they were like, so that was it. So
yeah, that's
why
I also wanted to know, when I saw AKA wooden legs, I'm like, okay, I'll be interested to know if actually he's got the wooden leg.
The wooden leg was a good dancer. Wooden leg was called Michael Jackson of Nigeria then. I was a good dancer, my dear. I won't tell you like Ben Bruce, when the Ben Bruce and them were doing their Miss Nigeria, we always go there to help.
To dance.
To help the girls. To help the girls for
collaborate.
I've forgotten the
collaboration.
I've forgotten the English. I've forgotten the English. To teach them, to teach them the dance. Yeah, exactly. To choreograph them, to show them how to move their steps and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. So now I'm going back to your question about football. It's a long story, but I'm going to make it short.
Yeah.
Right. So after 95 songs was released, and I started moving, and I saw that I can make a change, because my brain is always hot to make a change.
I can see that.
I now said, okay, everybody is singing about politics and love and sex and stuff. No, they don't sing about sex. Then there's nothing like immoral music.
Yeah. It was about love, happiness.
It's about love. It's about love, So now everybody's singing about this. So what am I going to sing now? And I saw JJ Okocha and Kano them. They went for Atlanta and won for us a golden cup at Atlanta. I said, okay. And I sat down. Nobody was thinking about singing for football. Nobody in Nigeria was doing that.
Wow.
Yeah, at this time, So and I sat down, I started working on it. I said, let me do a song for football. God bless you, my producer, Abakalo. Abakalo. So, and I called Abakalo. I said, look, I have this idea. Do you know why I say God bless you, Abakalo? Because our time, it's not like today where when you do something, everybody wants to follow up and do the same thing you're doing. Yeah. Everybody wants to now upgrade from what you're doing. They will now not want to know that, he's not doing it well. We can do better. It's not like that. Everybody has his own lane. There's what they call division of labor. So he was a producer.
Yeah.
Abakalo was a producer at Clink Studio in Surulere. So Abakalo, and I told him, I have a song. I want to change my direction. I want to sing for footballers. So I started putting up a song together. So we went to studio. He played everything. Then I only brought in a guitarist. At our time, it's not like today when you sit down and take computer and play music. No, time you have to bring your producer, you have to bring the congaris, you have to bring the backup singers, you have to bring
let us give the opportunity, because I remember I have something I would like the audience just to give them a glimpse of also the the video during that time, the music you made that you're talking about now, so they can see.
Let me get there so you can blow it. If I get there, you blow it. Just give me 1 minute or 2 minutes. I go there, you blow it. Okay. So now I put up that song together. We started struggling on how to use it to campaign for Super Eagles, and now France 98 was coming up. I'm talking about 1997. France 98 was quite approaching, and Super Eagles were struggling to qualify. And then was Abacha administration. And Abacha is one military man that loved football. And football was the only thing that unites Nigeria. When football, Super Eagles are playing. You see, Hausa, Igbo, Bini, Calabar, everybody come together to be happy, get a point. So I picked that ideology. I didn't want to share with nobody. I was doing it secretly till I got it done. So when I finished it, I went to Victoria Land. It was one of my very good brother, Deji Omoto Yibo and Ebere Younger Charike. They were working at DBN. They are sports managers. So they saw the song and said, look, boy, we pick up this song. We're going to do the video for you. And we're going to start campaigning for Super Eagles. Since you are being very patriotic and trying to, motivate Nigeria. Then nobody wants to support Abacha. Everybody wants the Super Eagles to fall. So Abacha administration will fall. So, but I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at my career. So I dig on till the song was done. I distributed it to every radio station. Now, AIT, Repa 100.5 FM of Dopesi, was the first digital station that was in Nigeria then. So, and it is difficult for you to operate in that place. Ken Ogumba was the manager, the Repa manager. So, and they were building a TV station, AIT. Immediately they finished that station. That was when the World Cup was about to come. And Super Eagles, I distributed the song to AIT. They didn't want to play it. Nobody want to play it. Only DBN was playing it, campaigning. And finally, Super Eagles played, I think, Kenya or so, and won the match. And that was the match. Wow. If they lose that match, they're not going to France 98. So I was an interview at DBN where I was predicting. Everybody was asking questions, and I predicted 3-1. And the match ended, I think, 3-2 or 3-1, something like that. Exactly what I predicted. And AIT.
Hold on. Exactly what you predicted came to pass.
Exactly what I predicted. Wow. You can see the spirit. You can see how the spirit was going.
Now. We're going to take a break quickly. Audience, let's take a break, okay? Just 1 second. We're going to take a break. I'll come back.
All right.
Yo, one time. Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name Snowway. I'm here for Tina show. Tina Talk show, man. She's educative. She's productive. She's everything. Y'all should keep watching her shows. She's got a lot of packages coming. I just finished my interview. Y'all go watch that shit. Turn up, poo! Oh yeah, today soft. You want to Zuzu?
Hey guys, it's your boy K.8 and I just finished my interview with Tinatalks show. Make sure you catch up with that episode and other episodes with other amazing guests. See you there.
Yes, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name Just Lord and Blast, they call me the rap guy. You know what time it is. And I'm chilling right here with the most exclusive talk show, Tinatalks shows. Don't go nowhere, keep listening and keep watching. You hear me? Thank you.
Welcome back, audience. Yeah. Thank you so much for that short break. Before we continue, audience, I would like to give you before the break, he shared with us about his football and his connection with the football and music, wanting to make something different, wanting to inspire what he believes that brings the world together, which is football, and even went to the far as making song and putting this thing together. So I would love you to take a look at this. One of it. There's so many, but this is just one. I just want to give you a hint with. Take a look. Amazing song. Yes, audience, you can continue to watch this inspiring song that he has done on all his social media platform. He's going to be telling us where you can continue to follow him right after this. Now, what was the song or that led you to with Super Ego to France?
Yeah,
Or is it
yeah,
Spain?
yeah,
Spain. Just a quick one.
yeah.
Yeah. So what led you
So
to you went to Spain as a singer
yeah, it's okay.
or as a footballer?
No, no, it's okay. I'm trying to land up on the endorsement of the song. So actually, as we are campaigning, they won the match, and fortunately for me, Abacha and Air Commodore Meko Mera, who was the Minister of Sports, was watching the football with all the military administrators. Then they were watching the football through IT digital station. So, and this video you played was not the original video. I couldn't lay my hand on the original video. And this is not how the song started. The song started with National Anthem of Nigeria. You get the point.
Okay.
But this is what they cut. Somebody just did it and sent to me, So yeah, so immediately they slammed the song on IT after the referee just blowed that Super Eagles has qualified. Abacha, it was National Anthem, which attracted Abacha's attention on the TV, and they relaxed. You can't play National Anthem anyhow during the military administration in Nigeria. You get the point. So it attracted their attention, and when they watched it, and they said, wow. They now called the Wesi to look for me and get me so that they can talk with me and use that song as a theme song for Super Eagles. So to make the story short, I was endorsed by federal government of Nigeria with that song in 1997-98 to go to World Cup, 2 consecutive World Cups as an ambassador of Super Eagles in 2 consecutive World Cups, France 98 and South Korea, Japan, South Korea World Cup 2002, and that was what it happened. And I came into France with my 15-man band, and that was the journey that kept us, today through music.
Amazing. Amazing. CK Wooden, obviously there's so many content in your story. There's so many.
Yeah, a lot.
It's so big. And what I want to say is that, behind every great man that you see, there's always a story behind it.
Yeah.
And now
exactly.
we can understand that, you didn't just start to make music. You were prone, you were groomed. You have this old experience of how music is supposed to be. In music those days, it tells stories, there's a lot. And I can see in listening to your song now, I can see that you've actually, in your song, there's a story to it, And there's one of your song, and I want to know what inspired you to sing that song, that you want to live your life. I want to live my life, living my life. Audience, I'm going to play it to them, and then you tell us what inspired you. Audience, I love this music. I don't know, but it's my favorite. Take a look.
Ah, it's a Steiner on the beat.
Enu egosi gonimo, mama. Enu wakusi goro mi fe, umi bele. Obugaria wakaneti, obugaria wakanebe, obugaria wakaneti. Chukune beke na, obugaria wakaneti, obugaria wakanebe, obugaria wakaneti. Akame bukono. Forgive, and I want to live, mama. I want to live my life, mama. I want to live my life, I want to live my
life. You never see the people in your dark times. They only come around when it's paytime. They say the worst things when you pass by. Then they smile in your face and they act like everything is all fine and good. But deep down they might kill you if they could. Please, can you let me to live my life? Because you don't know about the pain and strife.
The goodie bag, yo. Then go the talk yo.
They must talk.
They think they sweet.
They think they
Now
sweet.
my gist they talk yo.
They do they talk.
They
Wow.
go the bad yo. Then go the talk
They
yo.
must talk.
They think they sweet yo.
They think they
Now my
sweet.
gist they talk yo.
They do they talk.
I want to live my life. Mama, oh. I want to live my life. Oh. Mama, oh. I want to live my life. Oh. I want to live my life. Oh. Anyone can were were. Only the cabana were were. Anyone can sara sara. Oh, sara sara. Anyone can were were. Mama mo, Papa mo, brother mo, sister mo. They do the bad yo, then go the talk yo.
They must talk.
They think they sweet yo.
They think they
Now my
sweet.
gist they the talk yo.
They do they talk. Wow.
They do the bad yo, then go the talk yo.
They must talk.
They think they sweet yo.
They think they
Now my gist they the talk yo.
They do they talk. Wow.
Anyway, go see go no, mama. Anyway, go see go no me fe. Umi bele, obugaria wakaneti, obugaria wakanebe, obugaria wakaneti. Chukude beki, mama. I want to live my life. Oh.
Yeah, audience. Yes, I know you're all dancing to this because I was dancing too. So, but you can watch it, you can continue, you can even download it from his social media platform, which he
I
will be
want
sharing
to
with us.
live my
Live my
life.
life. Now, CK Wooden. I love
Yeah,
this
man.
song. There was something you said in Igbo. You said, Uwe gosi go mi ife. You know,
Anyway,
that means
yeah.
life
Anyway, go
has
see go me
taught
fair.
me- life has showed me something. So, what is this that life showed you that inspired you to make this song? I'm living my life. What inspired you to make this song?
Yeah, life has taught me a lesson. You know, I will make it very brief. I'll make it just very brief. The ambassador, you know, the journey of a man, more especially when you are a lone ranger and you're coming from Africa and you're coming from Nigeria in particular. If you don't have a story, if you pretend that all is well, you are sick upstairs. All is not well because I can't grow up from after the war. I grew up suffering. I came in. I keep suffering and suffering and suffering. I want to end up my life suffering. It is not funny because of human beings. So I don't want to go into political ideology that warranted me or human situation that warranted me to do this song. But I want to tell you that I don't want to regret being an African. I don't want to regret it. And I don't want to regret coming from Nigeria. I don't want to regret it. I don't want to regret being who I am. I don't want to regret it. But I want to say that may God help us. Because I am more better than so many million people who are passing through. Do you know that people die out of hunger?
I know.
They have an opportunity. Nobody will lift them up. Nobody will think about someone else in the street. Do you know why I choose to be a children's rights activist? A lot of things. So many things. I when I see things happening, that's why you see me when you bring me into political umbrella, I'm very violent. I'm very violent because I hate them. I don't like them. You get the point? So the situation that everybody is passing through, especially we Africans are passing through, was what actually pushed me to do this song, especially when what I passed through in 2016, which I don't want to discuss here. That is on my marital relationship. I don't want to discuss it on social media. What I passed through, that I thank God I didn't die
in the
when
process.
I succeeded. When I succeeded, when God rescued me from that danger.
Wow.
I now went to studio to do this song. And this song is not only for me. This song is a song that is that's related to so many situations so many people are passing through.
Yeah.
But they don't know how to say it. You get the point?
Yeah.
It has to do with people who are living in Europe. You that are living in Europe, people who living in Africa, when you are sending things to them, they don't know the value of it. They don't want, they think here where you're living here, there's a place you go and you pluck money and you're sending it. There's a lot of money that you just have to be, the one you're sending is nonsense, that you are enjoying yourself here, you are having fun here. So when you send money home, they don't value it. When you want to do things home, they don't want to help you to do it. If they want to help you to do it, everything they want to do for you, you have to pay your ass. You have to pay your ass off because their mentality, the way they is, but it's not their fault. So I'm putting every anger on the system, you know, so which I don't want to go in details talking about because we don't have much time. So we'll talk more better things than talking about that. So this is what warranted me to do living my life. And after living my life, after living my life in 2019, they came up again. You see, their spiritual power, their those enmity, those politicians, they came in again. Immediately I dropped the song, they came in with coronavirus. Coronavirus killed the project for two years. You get the point? So after coronavirus, now they came into with war. They came in now with war. And now they came in with so many things. So you can see that youths, we that was born as from 70 to today, we have been in suffering. We have been in hell up to this moment. So that is why I did that living my life.
Yeah, living your life can everyone can relate to it. When I listen to it, I relate with it as well. So CK Wooden, thank you so much. I wish we have more time to explore more, but you know, because we're already running late, and thank you for the time so far. I really do appreciate. So in case someone needs to watch you right now and they want to get connected to you, can you tell them your social media handles, Facebook, YouTube, like, so that they can follow you?
Yeah, fans and all well wishers out there, this is music business. It has nothing to do with negativity. It has to do with love. It has to do with understanding. It has to be with sending message.
Sorry. And also, before I forget, if there's any message, you can just drop it for them as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So it's all about sending a message across. We are musicians. We are models. We should be handled like models. And it's unfortunate that today music industry is collapsed. And I'm not giving up because it has been in my system already. It has been what the avenue I want to use to be passing message across. I'm not doing it because of the money. I'm not doing it because of any other thing. I'm doing it because I want to pass message across. I want to heal somebody. And every musician should do it like that, that you want to send a message across like Michael Jackson did, like Bob Marley did, like all these people did. They were not doing it because of owing mansions and driving jeeps and all stuff like that. They're doing it to send message across. And as well, just watch out for my new songs dropping. For the World Cup, I'm back again. I'm having a song for Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a special project I'm doing for Cristiano Ronaldo. And have another song I'm doing, again, a song that is dropping, that I'm doing to motivate everyone that is struggling today to put food on their table. That all we want is money, dollar. We don't want to kill nobody. We want to move forward. You know, it's a saga time. You get the point. Then another song another song that is dropping is the one I'm dedicating to all the good women, all the beautiful women, like the ambassador here, who has been doing it there to make sure that people are feeling good. Beautiful women all over the world who has been supporting their husband positively. That one is titled "Behind Every Successful Man, there is always a good woman."
A good woman. So what are your social media handles?
So that's the remaining 3 songs dropping. I Love You featuring Jideka just dropped. And the 3 ones dropping now is these ones I'm just mentioned. So you can please check me out on Spotify, CK Wooden, Facebook, CK Wooden, Instagram, CK Wooden, and Twitter, CK Wooden, in every platform, CK Wooden. And I want you people, please don't let us die. We are musicians. Just think, if we are surviving through music, how do we survive? Put up a program. Call us for shows. We want to play shows. Musicians want to play tunes to put food on the table. We're not doing music because we just want to do music. We're doing music to help you feel good. So bring us on your shows. Let us perform, do make you happy and motivate you and motivate your show and motivate the young ones and send our messages across. That is how it is done before. Today is a different thing altogether. I love you all and I bless everyone that wants us to progress. God bless you. And that is
Thank
my
you.
spirit for now.
Thank you so much, CK Wooden. Just stay right there, okay? I will be back to you. Just stay there, okay?
Okay.
Yes. Audience, thank you so much. I don't know about you. Each time an audience come on the show, I always take something from them. I always learn something. Behind every great man you see today, whatever anyone is doing, the beauty of it, I always say, is the story behind it. Now you know one or two things about our wonderful guest. Maybe you'll be wondering, what is this AKA Wooden Legs? Now on Tina Talk Show exclusive, you are able to understand that his talent, his gift, what he was all about, brought him to that nickname that you hear people calling him today. Isn't that amazing? That sometimes our gift can just bring us to another place that we were not born with. So thank you so much, audience. If this is your first time of coming to this channel, I want to say to you, please follow us there. If you are watching us from YouTube, please don't forget to click the notification button, okay? And also subscribe. That way you'll be the first to know whenever we are coming up again with an amazing guest. If you are watching me on YouTube, on Facebook, please don't forget to follow and like me on that page so that whenever I'm coming up, Facebook, you'll be notified. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm quite new there. Go there and follow. There you can see an update whenever someone is coming up on the show. So please, we would like your comment. What do you think about my amazing guest, CK Woodin? Please leave us a comment. Follow him on all his social media platforms. Until next time, audience, and stay blessed.